Good morning, everyone. I'm Spot On Weather meteorologist Matthew Euler. Welcome to my daily forecast. This is issued the 21st of October, 2025. And looking outside here this morning, you will notice we still have that deep blue sky appearance across Hampton Roads. A couple interesting things that are showing up today on the picture. Really, what you're seeing are these streaks of cloud, these very long, narrow streaks of clouds, right? These lines in the sky. And these are known as condensation trails. And generally, they form behind high flying aircraft across the sky. And there's some condensation behind with the exhaust from these aircraft at very high altitudes in the atmosphere, typically above 30,000 feet. And so you're seeing some of these lines across the sky this morning in association with those aircraft flight paths. So just wanted to kind of point that out this morning. A little bit different than yesterday. Yesterday we had some quick evaporation of these condensation trails because the air was so dry in the upper atmosphere. But today we're starting to see a little bit more residual condensation trails. All right, so for today's video, let's examine things here and look at the main weather headlines. We will see a westerly wind tomorrow on Wednesday, the 22nd of October. And this westerly wind, for Hampton Roads specifically, it tends to delay the arrival of cooler air. It keeps the cooler air lagging to the west. There's a little bit of compressional warming as the west wind goes up over the Appalachians, sinks, and then goes up over the Shenandoah area and sinks again. So we do have some compressional warming, which is resulting in milder temperatures tomorrow for Hampton Roads cities, high temps into the lower 70s. So the cooler air is going to be delayed slightly based on that wind component from the west. We will see that chilly, very dry air, though. It will eventually move in Thursday, the 23rd of October, and Friday, the 24th of October. High temps will only be in the 60s with lots of sunshine, and we'll see overnight lows very chilly into the 40s. The wind does shift around to the northeast, becomes more onshore by late this upcoming weekend. So we will still continue to see these cooler high temperatures in the 60s, but we will see those low temperatures become milder as well. Whenever you get an onshore wind component, you're increasing the moisture in the lower atmosphere. And when you increase the moisture in the lower atmosphere, temperatures do not readily cool off overnight. And so you're going to see low temperatures coming up into the 50s, the low 50s, as we get in by late weekend and early next week. Now, there is some big changes to the forecast from yesterday to today. We have big changes early next week. Now, yesterday it looked very much like we'd see some southwest winds across the area for early to mid next week ahead of a upper level trough across the central U.S. But now that has changed. The models have changed to where we're now seeing a very strong Canadian high pressure to the north across New England, and we're going to have some sort of low pressure to the south. And that's going to result in stronger northeast onshore winds. And that's not going to really allow the milder air to move in. And so northeast wind instead of a southwest wind keeps cooler air in place longer into early next week, Monday the 27th and Tuesday the 28th of October. We may briefly see a warm-up on Wednesday the 29th of October ahead of the approaching cold front. But there is a lot of variability for next week overall with the models right now. So stay tuned as things will change between now and then. We look at this morning's visible imagery, and we see a lot of clear skies generally across Virginia and the Carolinas. So very much clear skies in play. We do see a line of clouds out to the west there so the northwest and the west across eastern Ohio, into parts of West Virginia and parts of eastern Kentucky, stretching southward into northern Alabama and Mississippi. Now, this is in association with an approaching cold front. So we see some clouds out ahead of the cold front as it moves towards east-southeast. We look at the observations on the right-hand side for this morning. We are starting to see more of a light southwest wind developing across the mid-Atlantic. We see light southwesterly winds across North Carolina, and now we're starting to see more light southwest winds across parts of Virginia, including Charlottesville, Roanoke, as well as Richmond. And at the Norfolk International Airport, we're also seeing very light southwest winds at 5 knots, and temperatures got really chilly this morning area-wide, dipped down into the middle 40s and even lower 40s in some locations. We look at the air temperatures nationally for today's video. We see quite the chill across the higher elevations of Idaho into higher elevations there of Oregon. Temperatures are in the 20s in that location. We do see temperatures into the 20s across eastern Montana as well. Temperatures in the 30s across the Dakotas, down in northern Nebraska. We do see some cooler temperatures as well this morning across eastern Kansas, where the temperatures are now 44 to 45 degrees, 46 degrees around Chicago, 48 degrees in Springfield, Illinois, and then look at this, upper 30s, low 40s across Minnesota and Wisconsin. There is a little bit of a milder air tongue there from eastern Texas up to Kentucky out ahead of that approaching cold front. So we see low temperatures are a little bit milder into Kentucky ahead of the cold front, 55 to 60 degrees. And in the parts of western Tennessee and central Tennessee, temperatures are around 60 degrees this morning as of 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time. And then temperatures are into the 70s across southeastern Texas. And they're in the 70s and even low 80s, 83 in Miami this morning. If we look at the forecast now for tomorrow, 500 millibar height anomalies on the left. For tomorrow, the 22nd of October, green and blue colors, purple colors indicate upper level troughs. And these are associated with unsettled weather conditions and cooler temperatures. When you see the oranges and these deep bright oranges and browns, that indicates upper level ridging in the atmosphere, which is associated with dry and milder conditions. All right, so for tomorrow afternoon, the 22nd of October, we see multiple closed lows south of the Aleutian Islands and south of Alaska, and actually into the Northeast Pacific, a trough axis extending southeast into the Gulf of Alaska and Northeastern Pacific. A closed upper level low moves ashore there into California around the LA area. A strong upper level high will be positioned over Mexico with a ridge axis extending northward into Alberta province of Canada there. We do see an upper level trough now digging into the Great Lakes region in New England, and that trough axis extends further south into the mid-Atlantic region across northern Virginia and parts of West Virginia for tomorrow. An upper level ridge axis will be just offshore the East Coast and the Canadian Maritimes, extending to the north. And then we do see a closed upper level low and trough across the North Atlantic. On the right-hand side, precipitation forecast. Dry if you get west of the Mississippi River across the northern plains and southern plains, also across Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, looking dry tomorrow. There will be some scattered showers across southern California, as well as southern Nevada and parts of southern Utah and northern Arizona, and that's in association with this closed low as it comes ashore. We also see some scattered showers across parts of western and southwestern Canada and just offshore of Washington State. There will be some very unsettled weather, 999 millibar low across southeastern Canada, with some scattered showers across New England from Maine to New York State tomorrow, as well as scattered showers across parts of northwestern PA, northern Ohio, and Indiana, as well as parts of lower Michigan, parts of Wisconsin, and parts of northeastern Minnesota. Some scattered showers and very chilly temperatures tomorrow. Looking dry from Virginia southward into northern Florida. Looking at the forecast for Thursday, this Thursday, the 23rd of October, 500 millibar height anomalies. We see troughing, generally located in the Gulf of Alaska. We see a closed low across western portions of Alaska itself. Downstream from that, we do see a little bit of ridging, weak ridging into parts of Oregon and Washington State, followed by troughing as the closed upper level low has now opened up to an open trough across parts of southern Utah by Thursday afternoon. strong upper level ridging in place across central Canada. And then we see this closed upper level low over southeastern Canada with the green colors indicating below normal height anomalies and troughing, generally extending from southeast Canada into Pennsylvania, Virginia for Thursday afternoon. We do see upper level ridging generally poking its way northwestward in towards southern Greenland by Thursday afternoon, and a closed upper level low and trough across the North Atlantic. On the right-hand side is your precipitation forecast across the U.S. We see scattered showers along the southwestern coasts of Canada, as well as the northwestern coast of Washington State into Seattle for Thursday afternoon. Some scattered showers across parts of Colorado and Utah into northern New Mexico and northern Texas. A 1024 millibar high will be positioned across northwestern Minnesota for Thursday afternoon. And we see the cyclonic flow, north-northwest winds blowing from southeastern Canada into the Great Lakes region into parts of New England on the backside of this low pressure system that's positioned over the Canadian Maritime. So northwest flow, unsettled cyclonic flow and circulations and unsettled conditions there across the Great Lakes, New England, scattered showers for Thursday afternoon. Dry again from Kentucky and Virginia southward into the Carolinas and Tennessee and in the deep south, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Look at the temperature anomaly forecast now on the left for tomorrow afternoon, Wednesday, the 22nd of October. We see milder than normal temperatures across Washington State and Oregon, as well as milder than normal conditions across parts of Montana and northern Idaho. Warmer than normal temperatures tomorrow afternoon across Texas into New Mexico and Oklahoma. And then we see this blue coloring from the upper Midwest, Minnesota into Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, down to Kentucky, Tennessee, stretching east into West Virginia and western PA. Now you will notice across Hampton Roads, we're pretty much near average for the temperatures tomorrow afternoon. And again, that's due to that westerly wind component where the cooler air is delayed. And so we will eventually see this push of cooler air move in. If you look over here on the right-hand side, this is the temperature anomaly forecast for Thursday afternoon, the 23rd of October. And notice how the blue coloring now is basically stretching from Wisconsin and Illinois east and southeastward into Hampton Roads. So we will be below normal with the temperatures by about 3 to 4 degrees below normal on Thursday afternoon. We do see warmer than normal temperatures across Texas. Texas will be running anywhere from 10 to 12 degrees above normal across central and western Texas for Thursday afternoon, and also another area of above normal temperatures across Montana as well as Wyoming. We can see temperatures as much as 10 degrees above normal across Montana and in parts of northwestern Wyoming for Thursday afternoon. We do see cooler temperatures 1 to 3 degrees below normal across central and southern California. Looking at the forecast now, 500 millibar height anomalies for this Friday, the 24th of October, we clearly see we have a closed upper level low to the south of Alaska with a trough extending southward into the northeastern Pacific. So we have troughing in the northeast Pacific. We do see some ridging to the east of that trough across central Canada, extending northward all the way up to the Arctic. And we do see a weak closed upper level low across eastern Colorado with the trough axis extending into New Mexico. We do also see upper level trough generally positioned from southeastern Canada right on down towards coastal Virginia and New Jersey. And we do see a strong upper level high building here, upper level ridging building there east of Greenland. And then we have a upper level trough to the southeast of the upper level ridge there across the North Atlantic. Over here on the right-hand side, precipitation forecast showing showers. There may be some higher elevation snows in here in the parts of southwestern Canada, but we do have some rain moving in to Washington State, Seattle looking wet for Friday afternoon, as well as parts of coastal Oregon. There will be a 1,009 millibar low across the Texas Panhandle with scattered showers and thunderstorms stretching from Oklahoma City northeastward towards Branson, Missouri for Friday afternoon. A 1027 millibar high pressure system is positioned over Chicago with more cool air on its front side moving down into the mid-Atlantic. Things will stay rather cool across Hampton Roads for Friday into parts of North Carolina, as well as it will be unsettled with scattered showers on Friday afternoon, the 24th of October, across New York State into Vermont and parts of western Massachusetts with scattered showers and chilly temps. Forecast 500 millibar height anomalies for this Saturday, the 25th of October, 2025. We see the continuation of this trough, this closed low, and a deep trough there just off the west coast of Canada and the Pacific Northwest. An upper level ridge is in place across central Canada, extending northward into the Arctic. Beneath that strong upper level ridge in Canada, we do see troughing there across Texas, North Texas, and we also see blue coloring and troughing there off the coast of Maine by Saturday afternoon. Generally, we got west to east type of winds across the mid-Atlantic. And also across the North Atlantic Ocean, we see a strong closed upper level high by Saturday afternoon with very high heights extending north and northwestward just to the east of Greenland. On the right-hand side is our precipitation forecast. By Saturday afternoon, the 25th of October, we see a 992 millibar low just off the northwest tip of Washington State, and that's what's going to produce a lot of this rain. Look at this. It's going to be a wet one for you in Seattle, down to Portland, parts of Northern California for Saturday afternoon, and we do see some scattered showers also working their way towards western Montana, some rain across Idaho, as well as parts of northern Nevada. We will also see an area of unsettled weather from eastern Texas and Louisiana stretching north towards western Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas, into parts of Missouri. The heaviest rain looks to be contained with some embedded thunderstorms across eastern Texas and Louisiana by Saturday afternoon. A 1030 millibar high will be positioned to the north of Lake Huron, and we will see some cool air remaining in place across New England right on down to the mid-Atlantic for Saturday afternoon. Here are the temperature anomalies forecast for Friday afternoon, the 24th of October on the left, showing the coolest air in the blue coloring across Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York State, into Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. We also see a pocket of cooler than normal temperatures across southern Missouri and northern Arkansas in association with some increased cloud coverage and rain. We do see milder temps from southern Alabama and Mississippi stretching our way towards Louisiana and Texas, where temperatures will be running 4 to 8 degrees above normal in those locations. And then for Friday afternoon, the 24th of October, we see above normal temperatures from western North Dakota into Montana, into parts of northern Idaho, eastern Washington State, and Oregon. The right-hand side, forecast temperature anomalies for Saturday afternoon, the 25th of October. We now have cooler temperatures along the Pacific Northwest down to Northern California with that rain and increased cloud cover. We see above normal temperatures in Montana, North Dakota, western Minnesota, South Dakota, as well as parts of Wyoming and eastern Colorado. Temperatures across Montana could be running anywhere from 15 to 17 degrees above normal for Saturday afternoon. Below normal temperature readings across Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, down to Louisiana, eastern Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. And also below normal temperatures on the order of 5 to 7 degrees below normal on Saturday afternoon across Virginia, the Carolinas, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. That'll be the area will be quite chilly. Looking at the forecast 500 millibar height anomalies on the left for Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, the 26th of October, we see an upper level trough with cool and wet conditions across the Pacific Northwest. We do also see an upper level ridge, very strong upper level ridge from Hudson Bay northward into the Arctic areas, just to the north of North America. A weak upper level trough will be positioned there across parts of southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana. And then we will see a very strong upper level high positioned across the North Atlantic with upper level ridge axis extending just to the east of Greenland. Additionally, we see a closed upper level low across the North Atlantic for Sunday afternoon. Over on the right-hand side, our precipitation forecast. You see a lot of scattered showers and higher elevation snow showers across parts of the Pacific Northwest, Northern California, Nevada, Utah, into parts of western Wyoming and southwestern Montana. Also some scattered rain showers and higher elevation snow across southwestern Canada in association with the upper level trough. Additionally, we see some milder temperatures moving in towards eastern Montana and the Dakotas with more southerly winds by Sunday afternoon. And we have a lot of unsettled weather conditions, heavier showers across parts of Mississippi and Alabama, down towards southern Mississippi as well, and parts of the Florida Panhandle for Sunday afternoon. We do see some scattered showers and thunderstorms as well into Florida. One thing I want you to take note of is we do see a surface high pressure system, 1030 millibar high, positioned over southeastern Canada. The clockwise flow around that high is going to result in some more of those easterly onshore winds into the Carolinas and Georgia for Sunday. Looking at the forecast for next Monday, the 27th of October, 2025, we have upper level troughing continuing to hold its position across the northeastern Pacific. We also see an upper level trough extending further inland into the northwestern portion of the United States. And we see a strong upper level ridge from Hudson Bay northwestward into the Arctic area. And then we also see this blue color here troughing just off the coast of southeastern Canada with a trough axis extending to the south across the western Atlantic. Strong upper level ridging continues to persist to the southeast of Greenland. On the right-hand side for Monday afternoon, the 27th of October, just some scattered showers now for coastal Washington State and Oregon, some higher elevation snow showers across northwestern Wyoming into central Wyoming, also snow showers in the higher elevations of western Colorado by Monday afternoon. A stretch of very wet weather here in the green color from south central Canada into central North Dakota. A lot of South Dakota, Nebraska, it's looking wet, as well as Kansas for Monday afternoon, the 27th of October. Meanwhile, this is a big change from yesterday's modeling. The European overnight run is showing a development of a coastal low pressure system, 1002 millibar low pressure system with a lot of yellows here to the northeast of that low in association with heavier showers. In fact, some of the modeling is bringing showers right on into Hampton Roads for next Monday afternoon. Meanwhile, we have a close upper level low, generally positioned over the Canadian Maritimes. So we're going to have to watch this really closely. We look at the temperature anomaly forecast on the left for Sunday, the 26th of October, showing those below normal temperatures across Washington State, Idaho, western Montana, Oregon, as well as Northern California and Northern Nevada. So below normal temperature readings in the blues and the greens. So chilly Sunday afternoon there. Above normal temperatures across the Dakotas, eastern Montana, eastern Wyoming, and eastern Colorado. We also see below normal temperature readings across the deep south, across Mississippi and Alabama. That's in association with those heavier showers and the cloud coverage there. We see below normal temperatures from coastal Massachusetts down to coastal Virginia and coastal North Carolina. By Sunday afternoon, temperatures are going to be running 4 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit below normal. The right-hand side showing temperature anomaly forecast for next Monday, the 27th of October, showing below normal temperatures with that trough across the Pacific Northwest and into parts of Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming. We see above normal temperatures across eastern New Mexico and western Texas, where temperatures next Monday afternoon will be anywhere from 12 to 15 degrees above normal. Also, we see above normal temperature readings from eastern Dakotas and Minnesota and Wisconsin and Iowa here, generally the upper Midwest above normal temperature readings. And then we see below normal temperatures from southeastern Virginia down to the Carolinas and Georgia for next Monday afternoon. Looking at the 7-day outlook now for Hampton Roads cities, more specifically Hampton Roads cities in Virginia. We see for tomorrow, we're going to have mostly sunny skies. We've got that dry westerly wind blowing, and it could be a bit breezier in the afternoon hours. But again, we now bumped up the high temperature from the upper 60s to the low 70s based on the westerly wind component. So that's going to delay that arrival of cool air slightly, but mostly sunny skies, high 72, a gorgeous day tomorrow, low 48 by Thursday morning. Remaining mostly sunny both Thursday and Friday, and you notice how these temperatures slowly drop. High of 67 Thursday, high of 64 Friday, and then we have some scattered clouds arriving across the sky on Saturday with a high of 63, dropping to 52 by Sunday morning. Clouds increase even more where we have mostly cloudy skies on Sunday. This is where we really start getting more of those stronger northeast onshore winds, which is going to add some moisture to the lower atmosphere. And that's going to result in mostly cloudy skies, a high of 64 on Sunday, dropping to 54 on Monday morning. Notice how these low temperatures are creeping up and getting milder because of that northeast onshore wind and the increase in moisture. And then we see some PM showers possible for Monday, next Monday, the 27th of October, high of 65, dropping to 53 by next Tuesday morning. And this is subject to change right here. This Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe next week. There's a lot of volatility in the modeling today as compared to yesterday. We look at a sneak peek for Halloween here. Let's check the temperature anomalies for Halloween. As we get closer to Halloween itself, I'll start showing you some precipitation forecasts across the country. But really, out of all the variability of the operational models, there's one consistent signal here from the ensembles. These are both the ensemble models, the Jeff's model here on the left, and then the European ensemble on the right. Blue and green colors indicate cooler than normal temperatures. And you notice there's not much difference between the Jeffs on the left and the European ensemble on the right. Below normal temperatures for the mid-Atlantic right on down to the Gulf Coast in both cases for Halloween. So right now we're still looking like a cooler than normal Halloween across the mid-Atlantic down to the southeastern U.S. Again, this is going to be subject to change. We'll have to watch the tropics in here as well to make sure, we don't have any development. We get a tropical system development in the Caribbean. Where does that go in relation to this troughing? We'll have to wait and see what happens there. All right, this is the way you can find me here for more information, more weather information. You can just search Spot on Weather Weebly in the Google search bar. Here's my actual web address. I also post the daily updated Hampton Roads forecasts on X. My handle is EulerMatthew4. And I promised I would add the Spot on Weather Facebook information right here. So if you want Matthew P. Euler, that's my handle for Spot on Weather on Facebook. So take a look at it on Facebook as well. I wanted to add that in there for anybody who's more of a Facebook user. All right, that wraps up today's daily forecast video. I appreciate everyone's attention. And that's all I got for now, everybody. Enjoy this beautiful fall day. And until next time, take care and God bless everyone.